Hi and welcome to this video. This is a sad story, but a story that should be told. A tale of love and loss. Throughout history, females falling pregnant outside of marriage were shamed and communities would turn their back on them, leaving them alone and pregnant. This happened to a young lady called Betty who lived on the island of Hoy in 1770. Betty was only 27 years old and unmarried. She had a short romance with a sailor, but became pregnant. When the man in question found out, he abandoned her and he returned to the sea. Betty found herself alone with very little in the way of support. She attempted to take her life by walking into the sea to drown herself, but was rescued by local residents. Even though she was rescued, poor Betty still felt hopeless, and a few days after the first attempt, Betty tried again, this time by hanging, and she was successful. Due to the law at the time, bodies of people who had taken their own lives could not be buried on consecrated ground. The lairds of the land refused to allow her to be buried on their land. Betty was buried in an unmarked grave on the boundary line. Betty laid to rest here until 1933, when two men who were out cutting peat came across a wooden box. When the box was opened, the body of a young lady was found. The peat had preserved her corpse. After a police investigation, Betty was reburied in the same spot where she remained until 1941. This time her coffin was found by soldiers who were stationed on the island, and while digging peat they found her. They called her the Lady of Hoy and buried her once again. It seems Betty may have been dug up a few more times. When the officers on the island moved her body 50 yards and covered it with a concrete slab, her grave remained unmarked. That was until 1949, when a visiting American, the Reverend Kenwood, gave her a proper service and erected a small wooden cross and put a small fence around the grave. In 1976, the headstone was finally constructed out of fiberglass and a service was performed. Finally, Betty now has a proper grave and headstones. When driving along, you can't miss the gravestone, and many people driving past do stop and visit this grave. Thank you for watching this video. Before I go, I'd like to say a big thank you to the viewers and subscribers of the channel, and to the Patreons and to those who have bought me a coffee. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Also, click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And until the next time, stay safe.